Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Ali. I hope you are staying safe and healthy through these unusual times. Please try to do your best utilization of this time and take it as an opportunity to learn something new. And today I am going to be speaking to you about mixed method triangulation. So before understanding the triangulation, we must know what is research and what is the research methodology. Research is creative and systematic work undertaken to increase the stock of knowledge, including knowledge of humans, culture, and society, and the use of this stock of knowledge to devise new application. It involves the collection, organization, and analysis of information to increase our understanding of a topic or issue. At a general level, research has 3 steps. Number 1, pose a question. Number 2, collect data to answer the question. Number 3, present an answer to the question. This should be a familiar process. You engage in solving problem every day and start with the question. Collect some information and then form an answer. Research is important for 2 reasons. Number 1, research adds to our knowledge. Adding knowledge means that educators undertake research to contribute to existing information about issues. Number 2, research improves practices. Research is also important because it suggests improvement for practices. Research methodology is a systematic, theoretical analysis of the method applied to a field of study. It comprises the theoretical analysis of the body of method and principles associated with the branch of knowledge. The methodology is the general research strategy that outlines the way in which research is to be undertaken and, among other things, identifies the method to be used in it. Here we talk about the different research methods used by the researchers, which includes observation, surveys, focused groups, experiments, secondary data analysis, and mixed methods. Let's start with the observation. Observation research is a qualitative research technique where researchers observe participants' ongoing behavior in a natural situation. Let's have a look at the second point, which is surveys. Surveys research uses a variety of data collection methods, with the most common being questionnaires and interviews. What are the focus groups? Focus group is a research method that is intended to collect data through interactive and directed discussion by the researcher. Number 4 are the experiments. An experiment is an investigation in which a hypothesis is scientifically tested. In an experiment, an independent variable is manipulated and the dependent variable is measured. Number 5, secondary data analysis. The analysis on the data that has already been published. Number 6, mixed method. Mixed methodology uses more than one method and the combination of any of the mentioned above. Here we talk about the core point of our presentation, and that is mixed method research. Mixed method research means adopting a research strategy employing more than one type of research method. It is a methodology for conducting research that involves collecting, analyzing, and integrating qualitative and quantitative research. Triangulation is also known as mixed method research. Triangulation is the act of combining several research methods to study one thing. They overlap each other, somewhat being complementary at times, contrary at others. It is a way of assuring the validity of research though. It's a method used to increase the credibility and validity of research findings. The examples of triangulation includes the interviews and questionnaires, performance tests and observation, questionnaires and follow-up focused group, document analysis, performance test, questionnaire and interviews, and the combination of any of these two. Qualitative research is a research in which the researchers relies on the views of participants, ask broad questions, collect data consisting largely of words from participants, describe and analyze these words for theme, and conduct the inquiry in a subject-biased manner. For example, what are the factors that influence a graduate student experience in an online research method course? Qualitative research is a research in which the researcher decides what to study, ask specific narrow questions, collect quantifiable data from participants or a large number of participants, analyze these numbers using statistics, and conduct the inquiry in an unbiased, objective manner. For example, what is the relationship between graduate students' level of interaction measured by the number of hits in the course and students' grades in an online research method course? In this slide, we talk about the three major types of mixed method designs, which are as follow: convergent parallel design, the explanatory sequential design, and the embedded design. Now let's get into the further details. The most common and well-known approach to mixing method is the convergent parallel design. The purpose of this design is to obtain different but complementary data on the same topic. The triangulation design is a one-phase design in which researchers implement the qualitative and quantitative method during the same time frame and with the equal weight. The single-phase timing of this design is the reason it has been referred to as the convergent parallel design. The explanatory design, which is also referred as explanatory sequential design, is a two-phase mixed method design. This design starts with the collection and analysis of quantitative data. The first phase is followed by the subsequent collection and analysis of qualitative data. The second qualitative phase of the study is designed so that it follows from the result of the first quantitative phase. Because this design begins quantitatively, investigators typically place greater emphasis on the quantitative method than the qualitative method. The embedded design is a mixed method design in which one dataset provides a supportive secondary role in the study based primarily on the other type. The premises of this design are that a single data set is not sufficient, that different questions need to be answered, and that each type of questions require different type of data. Researchers use this design when they need to include qualitative or quantitative data to answer a research question within a largely quantitative or qualitative study. This design is particularly useful when a researcher needs to embed a qualitative component within a quantitative component. Now here we can better understand the use of mixed method. Number 1, when both qualitative and quantitative data together provide a better understanding of our research problem, either type by itself. Number 2, when a type of research, either it's a qualitative or quantitative, is not enough to address the research problem or answer the research question. Number 3, to build from one phase of a study to another. Either it can explore qualitatively, then develop an instrument, follow up a quantitatively study, qualitatively to obtain more detailed information. Now let's have a look at the SWOT analysis of the triangulation mix methodology. Now let's look at the strengths of the mix methodology. The mix method is easy to describe and to report and can help to generalize qualitatively data and quantitative data, helpful in describing and validating an instrument that can position research in a transformative framework. Mixed methodology requires a lot of time, and discrepancies may arise between different types of data. Little guidance or transformation method need to be adopted while having research. It is difficult to decide when to proceed in sequential design. Now let's have a look at the opportunities of triangulation. It is an opportunity for the skill enhancement and for lifelong learning. Deflect attention away from theoretical work that is often specific to particular discipline. The threats include the language barrier. Cross-language research involves the use of interpreters and translators to mitigate the language barrier between research and participants.